We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
I can't hear you, man.
Are we serious now?
I couldn't hear whatever you were saying, so I just threw myself in there. Hey, welcome to Side Scrollers. We're shit.
Welcome back to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com.
No, I'm back. You're gone again. What's up? Anyway, hey, man. You all right?
I'm quitting today. This is my last day on Side Scrollers. I just want to announce to everybody that I'm literally leaving in the middle of the show.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me. This will help.
Hey, bro!
Any better?
April's here hanging out.
Oh, it did work. You were a little bit underwater for a second there, so it worked.
Hey, bro!
Shit. Okay, maybe that was you or Kay. I don't know.
That was me. All right, big show today. We have a lot of guests. I will actually be bouncing about midway through the show as I'm getting on a plane for some business time. But as always, we are joined by a wonderful slew of guests today here on this wonderful Tuesday today at approximately
Taco Tuesday.
incredibly stereotypical and racist of you, Blabs. How dare you? How fucking
Kay's not
dare
Mexican.
you?
What are you talking about?
Whoa, I'm talking about Lunduke. Lunduke, our Mexican brethren.
Yeah, I'm the Mexican. You're friggin' racist is all I'm gonna say. And
Hold
I'm
on,
very,
Miguel.
very disappointed. In fact, I feel tainted just simply being on this racist extravaganza that's happening right now. Deeply
Thank you.
disappointed.
Lunduke, glad you're with us today. Speaking of racism,
too.
I'd like to introduce Kay from Melee Games. How
Yeah.
are you, Kay?
Hello, I am the resident racist. How's it going?
It
Yes.
has been well established.
I love it. This resident racist.
Oh my
Welcome to
gosh.
Taco Flavored Tuesday. Let's go.
Mm-mm-mm.
Did you have that weird Gatorade with you today?
No, today I'm going pure. I am a water supremacist.
Oh,
Nice. Good for you.
I blame climate change.
Mm,
You should, yeah.
Good. What? Okay. Hey, usually we like to go to the hood for Phoenix, but Phoenix is no longer in the hood. He has changed his ways. He's gone out to the suburbs so much. He's gone past the suburbs and he's now in the sticks. Everybody welcome the man Twisted and Tweaking. Not today, but usually on the back end of Side Scrollers, the mastermind behind making great events like King of the Cart look exceptional. Straight from the forest, it's Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
Mahong, what up, dogs? How y'all doing?
How are you?
I
Good,
think
thank
Luke
you.
and him are together, same area.
Yeah.
Where are you guys? You guys, can you yell at each other from across the pond or what?
You high five?
Yo, what up, dog?
There he is. Nice. Well, look, big show. Glad everybody's with us today. Lots going on. We have we're gonna get into this pretty quick today. So just want to let you know, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, join the 129,000, nearly 130,000 who have found common sense in the video game, entertainment, pop culture, just world. We're glad you're here. Hit the thumbs up button as always. And coming up today, actually, we had some extra stuff that we shot for King of the Cart. We actually have an exclusive video going up over on sidescrollersplus.com where I attempt to beat Yoshi's Circuit blindfolded from Mario Kart Double Dash with Vera Dark as my guide. And it went about as well as you think it would go. So
Nice.
that video is going up today at 2 today. Actually, during the show, we'll link to that for all of our Plus members. If you haven't had a chance yet, go watch King of the Cart from this past weekend. You can still get the discount code using promo code CART. I just want to tell you, I know we talk about Plus a lot. But if you're going to become a member, you probably want to become a member now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm just giving you a heads up. You probably want to do it now. Speaking of plus, coming up on Thursday at 3, we have Chained Together Part 2. Myself, Wicked, Blabs, and Kirsha, all trying to navigate our way from the depths of hell all the way to the celestial heavens with Chained Together, which I did play that, Blabs. By the way, I played that solo after we did it.
Oh, yeah?
And I may be the best Chained Together player ever. And I'll say this.
That's not true. You were the shit one.
Blabs,
Huh?
if we fail, it is not my fault.
It literally was your fault almost every single time.
No, I was just trying to spice things up because here's the thing. Those who watched me play, no, I got all the way past hell, all the way up into the earth realm, and I was kicking the shit out of that game.
Okay, but I'm assuming there's like you don't have any chains floating behind you because you're playing by yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not being held down by 3 hags.
4. You're talking about yourself as well.
No, I'm not. Anyways, it's a great game. Lundu, you look like you're a little confused, and I appreciate it.
Chained
I'm
together. He's like,
totally.
okay.
What we do in the after hours, it's weird, but we
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I love it.
Anyways, so look, we do have a lot to get to today. We're gonna go right into today in gaming history because like I said, I'm only gonna be here for about 45 minutes or so. So Blabs, what are you gonna disappoint us with today?
Your mom. Anyway, okay, September.
Wow, hold on. Whoa.
Just kidding. I really love your mom. So
Love your mom too.
what?
Literally took my mom to the airport this morning, and you know what she said to me? The last thing, not even "I love you, son." You know what she said to me?
What?
Say thanks to Brian.
She said, "Make sure to tell Blabs how much I appreciate her." That's the last thing she told me today.
You're shitting me.
Yes,
that's
I
it?
am. But
That's what I thought. That's
wanted
what I
to flick the
thought.
knife.
That's what I thought. She would never. She would never say.
What a crazy psycho you are. All right, what games did you miss today, Blabs? Fire away.
All right, September 2nd, everybody, is Front Mission 3, released in 1999. We have
Speaking of
Blade
sex
2.
lives.
Yeah, seriously,
Sorry.
I was like, I could have made the joke, but I didn't. Blade 2 was released in 2002, and then this one is Lunduke's personal favorite, guarantee it, Sunshine Love Chapter 1 was released.
What in the hecatar nations is a Sunshine Love chapter?
Not
1?
as good as chapter 2. That's what I'll say.
The sequel's better on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Empire Strikes Back of Sunshine Love.
The worst part
What the heck is
is,
that? That's not a real thing.
I made that yesterday, and it's not even there on the list anymore, so who the hell knows where it went? But yeah, sadness.
Just part of Blab's personal collection.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She got it commissioned for herself.
Yeah, you guys all like the sunshine map on the Mario Karts, but this one's actually the best sunshine game.
Hold on. I'm very curious about Sunshine Love Volume 1.
Oh no, I'm gonna look it up.
How many volumes are there?
That's what I was kind of curious about. Blab CV, I
I have it.
it does
alright,
not
that's
look
okay.
like there's gameplay on YouTube for this.
It looks PG-13. There's a lot of donuts involved. All right.
Okay.
There's nothing that bad. It says it's adult only, but you don't see any dicks, boobs, or vajayjays.
Yeah,
in,
keep
like,
keep
the
moving
imaging.
along with that. I bet you find something if you keep.
Oh no! God! Wow! Oh my God! Get off! Okay, no. Okay, so.
Get off was the wrong word choice. It's just, by the way, just a.
All right, so if you
kept digging.
click. Oh shit!
Here's the thing. It's just worth bearing in mind. God sees you everywhere. I'm just going to point that out. He sees all of this. He literally is a side scroller plus subscriber, and he sees
that
everything
hurt.
that's happening right now.
That hurt. Okay, so basically the images are totally safe for work and everything, but then there's a video, and I literally clicked random bits, and then it just wouldn't stop with the blowjob, and I was like, ah!
Oh, well, there it
there
is.
was a lot of stuff. I saw a lot in those little clicks that I did, and it wouldn't stop. I closed.
This
the
is
tab.
why I never Google search anything
I
you
was
guys
on
reference.
Steam.
Ever.
I was on
at this
Steam.
point, I don't know half the words that are coming out of Blabs' mouth, and I never look it up.
Listen,
I
it
know
was the
for a
Steam
fact,
trailer.
ignore it.
It was on Steam. The images, the stills were totally fine. Just don't click the video for the love of God. It's very graphic. Wow. Anyway.
You know what the irony is? If you look at the developer of the game, you'll find that it's actually Melee Games.
That's right. Yes, I made.
I always knew.
It's part of
All
our fan fiction collection.
Oh my God! Stop it with the fan fiction, God.
All right,
I can't
well,
even deny it anymore.
We'll have some noticeable games. Who am I
Oh, yeah,
kidding?
help
Nothing
me get rid
noticeable
of
came
that.
out today. Pac-Man Fever,
Lies.
Viva
Sega
Pinata.
GT. Come on, Sega GT. That was great.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah,
racing
it's
game.
fun.
Actually, yeah,
you're
Sega
right.
GT was pretty good.
Yeah, that is true. My fault. Total War Rome 2. Man, that was 12 years ago already. Holy shit.
Huh.
It was a pretty soft day for game releases.
Let's go back up to
Oh
the
my God.
top. Let's go back up to the age where these are games that are okay. We got Ultima 1.
Ultima. Yeah, you know what? Ultima 1.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Holy, yeah.
That's really
Richard Garriott's masterpiece. Hell yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I fucked that up bad, didn't I? I didn't even look at it. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Dude,
You're
that
right,
is
dude.
the one. That's the game right there on this list. Ultima 1.
Wow. You're right. We all fucked up. Lundvik is right again. As
Blabs,
always.
you missed Infinite Undiscovery, the most underrated JRPG on the 360. No one in Japan bought a 360, but that game is good if you like Star Ocean. It's the same people. Very good.
Never played that one. All right.
Oh, I
Now,
just
if I
realized
Google
I'm
search that one, is it going to
retarded.
get weird?
Probably because the words are weird. Infinite Undiscovery, who knows what you'll find.
Yeah, it's going to get weird. Okay.
Okay. Man, oh man. Okay, look, we have a lot to get to today. Like I said, I'm only hanging for a little bit, so I do want to get right into it, friends. All your super chats, direct donations, and rumble rants are going to be read by Blabs throughout the duration of the show, especially after I leave. But man, holy shit! Hold on, Marius came in with 10 memberships to the channel. Love to see that, Marius. That is spectacular. And if you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say mahong and thank you to Marius. Right? Hey, Poppy. Wow, cover your eyes, Lunduk. Cover him up. Why do you do that to Lunduk? He's just trying to come out here and be a nice family man.
Come on.
Listen, because it was 10 gifted memberships. I thought Poppy should come and say hello.
True. Marius also said mahong and well done, everyone. Put on a great show on Saturday. Congrats to Jackie Chan, another great milestone in a long and illustrious career. Wow, Marius, that's pretty fucked up. Just because he's Asian doesn't mean he's Jackie Chan. Actually, yes, it does.
It does.
It does.
I know
It will.
that is how that works. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it, friends. It is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. I was watching Lunduk dance it out there. That was great.
That was a jam, man.
Watching him on the back end. Okay. So a little bit of controversy to start today's show, as man, oh man, is the hypocrisy shining through in the voice acting world. A little bit of background on this guy. His name is ProZD. His name is Sung Wong Chu, which
Something
Also
wrong.
Jackie Chan.
yes, he is also
We'll
Jackie
just call him
Chan,
Jackie. Yeah.
That's right. So, anyways, he's going viral after he decided to leave X. And, well, he said he was going to leave, but he didn't actually leave. He is now in protected mode over on X, which the dreaded protected mode. Now, this guy got really famous several years ago for being a part of like anime voice acting and stuff. And if you recall, not too long ago, this is a guy who put out a tweet who's really critical of if you're not the color you should be voicing the color and or race that you are in any sort of animated thing. If you're an anime, if you're Asian, you should be voicing Asian. If you're black, you should be voicing black.
Yeah, he was torqued off at white guys playing Asian and African American and African characters. Yeah, that's what it was.
So who
Yes.
plays The Simpsons then?
Well, they are all
We're not
yellow.
supposed to talk about The Simpsons.
So here it is. This is the original tweet. It says, I got an audition for a prominent cartoon where I was just sent the Asian character. Looking through the rest, I told my agents, I'm happy to read for this, but can I read for some of the others? To which I was told all those other characters are drawn as white. So no. To add extra insult to injury, the character I got sent was labeled Middle Eastern, Southeast Asian, because, you know, that's all the same, right? And you can just lump them all into one. My agent told
Jackie Chan.
right. My agent told me that this is how some major studios are doing things now. Naysayers will say, "Oh, don't you want authentic casting if the entire main cast is white, and you have one token side character, which apparently can just be any type of Asian ever. This is not a level playing field. This is not nothing new. This is not new. For another show recently with a large cast of characters, I was only sent the audition sides for the character who exclusively speaks Mandarin. I don't speak Mandarin. It's demoralizing to have, and as such, as much as I love voiceover, the future looks bleaker every day. To be clear,
So bleak.
Yeah, I know. Then he followed up, and he was talking about how he followed up 5 hours later. He made another post talking about recasting the voice actor from Bleach back to original role. Anyways, this whole race thing has been an ongoing thing here for Sung Wong Chu. And yesterday, he kind of stepped in the dung, maybe a couple days ago, if you will, as he decided to, here's a nice little recap here. He left Twitter after criticizing for voicing a non-Asian character, as he was voicing a white character, despite advocating for voice actors that should match their character's race. He complained about being typecast in Asian roles, but faced backlash for hypocrisy when he took the white character role. Instead of retracting, he doubled down and played the victim. And then he decided to post that he was no longer going to be posting on X anymore. If you look at the replies, my latest announcement tweet, you'll see that there's a lot of comments. This has been going on for years now. And while normal procedure has been block and move on, I truly don't think Twitter is worth it anymore.
It's not worth it anymore. I can't take it.
Yeah. So Homeboy's been blocking everybody over on X. And just because he's more or less the pot calling the kettle black in the situation.
Meltdown, man.
Yes. And everybody realizes it here.
You know, I found this whole thing inspiring. I found this downright inspiring. I want to thank Jackie Chan personally for doing all of this, because I am now inspired to change my career. I want to get into voiceover work. I am only going to take Southeast Asian roles. I'm only going to take Mandarin speaking roles from here on out. And I'm going to do my most authentic Mandarin Southeast Asian accents when I do them. And that's going to be like super diverse and stuff. I'm super inspired right now.
Just so we're all on the same page, Lunduke, with your immense Southeast Asian heritage, I was curious if you could just give us like a little sample as we go ahead. So here we go. Just you have the floor. Just give us a nice little sample.
Sure. It sounds exactly like this. I'm going to do all Southeast Asian characters are going to sound exactly like an American mutt coming from the swamps of Louisiana. I'm not. You'd think, oh, he's going to do the eat the noodles. No, he's not going to do any of that. He's going to sound exactly like this. Because otherwise, I would be racist.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's you know, it's really strong of you, and I appreciate your bravery coming through that way. Thank you, Lunduke.
You're extremely welcome.
Thank you. Kay, what are your thoughts on this whole thing with this dude just kind of more or less being called out for his nonsense and then just running and scurrying away like a fucking rat? Sorry, did I say that?
Wait, what? No. The funniest shit ever. It made my day. It made my week. This is the best thing that's happened all month. I am so happy. I hate him so much. I hate people who kick the ladder. I really hate people like that. You want to create this kind of situation? Lay in your bed, bitch. I don't care. I'm so glad he rage quit Twitter. It was the funniest shit ever. So, yeah, he's always been a super sensitive bitch. And I'm not surprised whatsoever that he ran off of Twitter, started crying, can't handle anything. Oh, it's so satisfying. Fuck him.
Phoenix?
It's like more of the same shit. It's these people all have the, of course I mean that in the most racist way ever. No, I just, of this type of person that they keep trying to find ways of just gaining power, and it's always through playing the victim card. It's tired. It's old. I think everyone wants to move on from it. So more of the same. I'm happy that he's having this meltdown. I hope he enjoys that for a very long time.
You know, it's funny, as Lunduke was giving us his best Southeast Asian dialect.
That was a Side Scrollers exclusive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hello.
It's funny you mention that, because the winner of King of the Cart just happens to be Asian. And I know that because he wore a shirt that said Asian on it. So if, you know, I don't know if you can pull up that picture, Blabs.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, if you can pull that picture up. Awesome. Philip was great. And so much so that actually, I'd never heard this before, but Philip actually taught us how to name an Asian child. Did you?
No, I did. I taught you how to name
was
an
it
Asian
you?
child.
Okay.
It wasn't me.
Listen, we'll just say it was him.
Phil did it for like progressiveness.
Yeah, have you seen this, Lunduke?
No.
Oh, here we go. Let me just go ahead and refresh this really quick, just so we're all good here. I think it's
How to name your Asian baby? Ding dong, ding dong.
So accurate.
really fucked up, man. Phil, goddamn, Phil. It's really really messed up.
Oh, I want to berate you guys for all the vulgarities and all the ladies dancing around the screen, but then you go and redeem yourself with some just true quality racism, and all is forgiven.
Once again, this was not me. This was our
I don't care where that came from. You found it and you showed it to me. You get credit. That's amazing.
And to be clear, I did not. It was our resident Asian champion, Phil, who showed that, and then I'm just the messenger here. So don't blame the messenger here, Lunduke.
Dude, there's no blaming at all happening. This
Asian
is
T-shirt.
That's an amazing T-shirt.
It literally says Asian. Yes, which good for Phil. By the way, do you see Phil eating his authentic Asian food there?
Yeah.
It's good.
Best part was he was like slurping up the egg. It was funny.
It's good. Anyways, so this guy's getting ratioed out to hell, so much so that he's literally just quit X. And I posted this in response to him before he went privated. I guess this got a little traction. I just said, I've never met you or interacted with you, but you really coming off like a giant hypocritical bitch. To which many people liked, and some people called me racist for this, which was really kind of funny. When there's nothing,
what's
you're
racist
a bitch
about that?
I don't know, but this person who is definitely not mentally ill at all, definitely thinks I'm a bitch and a racist. But that's just one of the guys. Mostly everybody agrees with me on there. But then he went privated, and then I just realized that he really is a giant hypocritical bitch. So. Good for him for running and scurrying off like the cockroach he is. And I think, who was it, Phoenix? You said it's almost like he pulled the ladder up.
I think that was Kay, actually.
Oh, okay, sorry, Kay. Yes, I get you confused sometimes.
It's a bit of an inverse situation. It's a bit of an inverse situation, but I got reminded of like Peter Dinklage and like how he's ruined it for midgets, for example, to be able to act and stuff. And it's just all in the same vein. And I hate that shit. Let people do whatever. Stop trying to like curtail the conversation to the point where you just ruin your own opportunities. And when you do, I will laugh at you. Fuck you.
I think.
By the way, I think I was blocked too. By the way, from that guy, I've never even heard of the guy.
Oh, you've been blocked as well?
I just checked. Like I'm not blocked.
I doesn't look like I'm blocked.
I'm feeling like I screwed up, man.
Well, let's find out. Do you think he's up? You think he's over on Blue Sky?
Oh,
yes,
most likely, yeah.
He's probably crying over there, circle jerking.
I've not looked at his Blue Sky, but we can go ahead and take a glance here. Let's see. He has not posted anything of value outside of a cat pic in the last day or so. Yeah, that's true. Anyways, well, so rest in peace, career, and I'm sure the show that you were cast on was going to do really, really well. So there's that. It's always great to see people pull up the ladder right there, which is so good and strong. Very brave of you. Mr. Flirtian says ProZD is a hypocrite, egomaniac, see-through son of a bitch. How do you really feel, Mr. Flirtian? Thank you very much.
Beating her in the bush. I like it.
Samarado 5 says, y'all should check out the YouTuber Gary Young VO. He's done great objective videos on which current day dubs suck and how studios will ultimately replace them with AI. Yeah, and I think that's the other thing about this is this guy is well on his way out as AI is here to stay when it comes to voice acting. They're all so. All right. Okay, so let's go and move on real fast because, like I said, I for those of you just popping in, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I'm only sticking around for about another 20 minutes or so because I got to head to the airport. So I want to hit a few stories that I'm very intrigued by today. Thank you, Blabs. I see your note, by the way, on the back end. Did you see? Okay, I think we need to have a little background here before we get into this story. Do you remember not too long ago, our Great Plus partner and friend, Kirsha, she was the target of a harassment campaign, specifically around one of her sponsors, Gamer Supps. Do you remember this not too long ago when this was happening, everybody?
Yeah,
Quick background.
Back.
Yeah, you're right. It was probably 3, 4, 5 months back, something like that,
Right.
where one of the people who hate her online, psycho, crazy, they them, went after Gamer Supps because they were supporting Kirsha. This has put a big bad taste in a lot of psychos' mouths when it comes to how Kirsha just kind of everything was awesome. Gamer Supps backed her and a lot of other creators, which is good for them. We don't have a relationship with Gamer Supps. Maybe we will in the future.
You're muted.
Rip Craig's audio. It felt like that came out of nowhere, the hit piece against Kirsha. I was kind of on the outside looking in on it. I didn't see everything, but it really felt out of nowhere and for no reason, and it was so stupid. And I hate these campaigns where they just target people and their like sponsors. You are the scum of the earth.
They do it constantly.
Yeah,
I mean, shoot. I mean, I've lost track of how many of my past sponsors back when I used to take them got ambushed in the same way. It was ridiculous. You know, it's what they do. It's their tactic. It's what they've got. They band together. They start screaming profanities at any company that dares to sponsor someone who doesn't 100% agree with their crazy narratives, and then they go after them until that company acquiesces and yanks the cash out. That's just what they do.
They know they can't refute your speech, so they just go after your finances, try to ruin your life completely. It's so messed up and disgusting. So
it sucks.
Well, they've gotten out of their way. They've tried to ruin Kirsha and has not been successful. But it's, when it comes to Gamer Supps, the irony of them leaving a sour taste in people's mouth is kind of funny considering they're a drink. But this story came from this past weekend, as there was a big gaming and anime convention down in San Antonio called San Japan Anime and Gaming Convention. And there was this fitness social media influencer, Kendra Noel Manning, who went out and now faces a felony charge for a bomb threat at this convention. And wouldn't you know it, it is because she threatened to plant a bomb in the Gamer Supps booth on social media here. So San Antonio charged her with making a terroristic threat to impair public service, a third-degree felony here. And another attendee concerned the threat could be real alerted convention management, who then contacted police, and then they barred her from entering and issued a criminal trespass warning. She posted a $35,000 bond. Police said the comments and behavior sparked real-life safety concerns and left people worried that mass violence event could break out. Manning later acknowledged making the post before leaving the venue. She could face up to 10 years in prison.
Good.
The case remains under investigation right here. Oh, man. Talk about fucking around and finding out in this situation. Lundu, what were you saying?
Question.
Yes.
Is it really a lady? I just asked that because you look at the. I mean, they spend so much time in the trans world screaming about how they got to engage in violence, right? They talk about it regularly. You got to go find those Nazis, like Stuttering Craig here, because he's clearly a Nazi, and you got to punch him, you got to attack him, you got to get him.
No, don't do that. Don't say that about me.
And so they regularly push this stuff. So is it? I mean, I'm not saying it's not a lady. I'm just saying I don't know. And there's been so much of it that now I immediately question it.
I mean, mentally unhinged, probably a troon.
Dude looks like a lady. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
Oh, man.
That's so messed up.
Jam.
A bomb.
Why only third degree? Like, I'm confused by that seems kind of, they're downplaying it almost. It's probably just like a firework is my guess, but still you could cause a riot. You could cause fear and people could trample over each other. Like that seems like this needs to be upped a bit, personally.
Well, I think this is one of those things where, especially in Texas, this stuff is taken pretty seriously when you say, "Hey, I'm going to plant a bomb." And somebody actually flags police. I'm all about having free speech, but you can't. Once again, it goes back to the idea that you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, right? And in this case, they're literally saying, "I'm going to plant a bomb in a crowded convention center." So you got to take those threats seriously. And as funny as she may thought she was, she may be finding it's not so funny when she maybe, she's not going to get 10 years in jail. Clearly not. But she'll, she may get a slap on the wrist or something. I do want to let you know that her Instagram and TikTok, that she is in fact a she/her, by the way, as it says clearly right here labeled, so everybody can know.
Oh, well, now it's definitive. If it's in the bio and it says she/her, then you know for sure.
That's right. So cosplayer, 115,000 followers over on TikTok. Nice little following over there. And she apparently, because of her hatred for gamer Supps, a fucking supplement brand, she's going to get in jail for this.
How dare you let people sell your stuff? I hate you. I'm going to, what?
Savvy said this really well over on X. Says, targeting gamer Supps who could be radicalized by propaganda to want to plant a bomb at an anime convention for a drink company. What lies could have possibly why don't we ask this Anna Valens person or whatever, and others who use extreme rhetoric against them, who constantly invoke the flight or fight response in mentally unhinged individuals over a drink company. You losers with your what's that?
Just drink company.
Yes. You losers with your unhinged obsessions cause this thing to cause this kind of thing, and it's only a matter of time before someone gets killed because of your lies and your hate you constantly spread. And you can see these are some of the examples here, that they posted about this. GamerSup still supports hate speech, and it's total nonsense. So, yeah, this is pretty crazy to see. Obviously, Kirsha responded. What in the unhinged? I mean, I think we all agree. Pretty unhinged freaks when it comes to this stuff. Phoenix?
I'm so exhausted by all this. I'm also exhausted by, are we now past the point where we're calling these people peaceful? They're clearly, so many of them just jump to violence or kind of equal rhetoric every single time. It's exhausting. That's just going to be my common take. This is all so exhausting.
I think we all have mentally unwell exhaustion, this idea of people who are, you see so many examples of it on a day-to-day basis. And it not to bring it to too political or anything like that, but do
it.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this yesterday where they said President Trump floats the idea of insane asylums for mentally ill.
Yes.
And I just responded, said, well, a deal's a deal, because if you go back to August of last year, I said the first candidate to include bringing back insane asylums as one of their policies has my vote. Look, I'm on board. I'm just saying, not a thing.
Do it. No. There's been a serious lack of awesome, spooky, insane asylums in this world. We need to build more of them, and they need to be spooky Art Deco style, like in the old days. Let's build new ones, but I don't want institutional bricks. I want spooky castle insane asylums, and I want lots of them, and I want all of the crazy pronoun whack pronoun people. I want them in them, because that's going to make for great movies 80 years from now when people want to write period pieces about this period of time. This needs to happen. It's a moral imperative.
Can you imagine making a movie based on today's time period, like a drama? It's his pronouns were they, them. It was amazing. Can you just imagine? Pride and Prejudice in the they, them's world?
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Listen, Lunduke, I'm with you on that. I think the idea of having just ridiculously Arkham style, hell death pits is really appealing to me.
I do like this idea of hell death pits.
Yeah.
I used to work in an insane asylum, like not
Ooh.
like a converted one on the hill in Seattle, Washington. There was a hospital, and the top couple of floors were the loony bin. My office was one of those rooms with this little slit window about yay big, so people couldn't jump out of, with drains in the floors because crazy people, there's stuff that you need drainage for. And it originally had literally concrete with padded walls and everything. It became an Amazon office. I worked in there for a while. It was absolutely horrific. It was.
You weren't a patient. You actually worked there, right?
They actually paid me.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy that still exists. But there needs to be more buildings like that,
and there needs to be
crazy people in them.
It needs constant lightning behind it all the time.
All the time.
Oh my God. I think we're all on board with that idea. It sounds great. That's great stuff. All right. Hey, real quick. Patriotic Gestalt came in with the $50 super chat. Hey, don't do it, Blabs. Don't do it. Let's get something a little more wholesome for London.
Yeah, I want highbrow. Give me a highbrow animation for that.
Highbrow, lack of boobs, whatever you want. Patriotic Gestalt, thank you so much for your wonderful support.
God, you're gay.
Oh. Thank you.
All right, I'll take it.
Not quite the cutaway he was hoping for that 50.
Okay.
Marius says, when companies capitulate to the demands of crazy people, they affirm and empower them to say and do even crazier things to those who don't capitulate. Yes, thank you, Marius. Revolt says, I'm told Cartus has expired. Oh, no. Damn it. Well, shit.
Use promo code plus.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And in the YouTube comments.
Mercenary says 10 years is not enough. She needs at least 40. Mr. Flirtian says make asylums great again. Mercenary says, I like your idea, Ludwig. But we should also put them in space so they can't escape like Arkham Asylum. Hey, good job, Ludwig.
How does he get Ludwig?
Well, his name's not on screen.
I know, but it's amazing. It's just Mercenary. It just changes everybody's names. Now you're Ludwig.
I love it. That's excellent. We'll make sure. Ludwig. There you go. Speaking of psychos, Meisner says strawberry milk is the best. It beats chocolate every day of the week.
Awful.
Okay, psycho.
Here.
All right, we'll get the rest of your supers here in a minute. I say I got to bounce in about 7 or 8 minutes, so to get to the airport for my flight. But I did want to talk about this one really, really bad. Did you see this story? Speaking of conventions, there was an event called DragonCon. Have you followed this event before, Ludwig? I'm sorry, Ludwig.
a little bit. You rock and roll with it. I have only cursory.
Are you familiar with DragonCon?
I've never been. Okay. Never been. Heard of it, but never been.
DragonCon took place in Atlanta, Georgia. It is the largest multi-genre and pop culture convention. This is huge. It's a very big convention out in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, there's a ton of vendors out there that are looking to sell their stuff, all sorts of things. And this was the big controversy over the weekend, as I'm just going to share this post with you. AI grifters scammed their way into DragonCon. The staff had them escorted out. Lamau, you love to see it. So this guy went out, set up a booth, and was selling AI art. And people were really pissed off about this. So he got escorted out for selling the AI art here at this event. Kay, you look confused by what's happening here.
We're taking people out by police because they're selling AI art now? What?
Yep. And here's what I couldn't figure out what the story was, is he scammed his way into the event with AI art. It sounds to me like he just AI generated some art, printed it up, and said, hey, I want to sell this art. And they're like, all right. But then they realized it was AI art and got super torqued off. Like I'm not a fan of AI art, but what? Like he didn't really scam his way in. He just was going to sell some art. I don't know.
All you have to do is not just don't buy the art. He can leave
For
with
real.
$0 in his pocket. Done. You wasted
For
his
real.
entire day. There you go. You stuck it to him.
Right? Already, he's out money. It's great. I don't see the problem.
What?
Okay, so there's a lot here. Now, and people are like dancing all over this here. AI artists getting kicked out of DragonCon with a police escort. The world is here healing, blah, blah, blah. I want to thank DragonCon staff for handling this awkward situation well. Just in case anyone's feeling sorry for them, this person says, sorry I wasn't able to share the true story. I'd share a screenshot of my sales this weekend, but don't have to show it to give any explanation to you losers. Obviously, he's pretty pissed, right?
Wow.
About it. And then they started putting, vendor removed for selling AI. This originally said art, and someone covered up says images. Just say no to AI slop. All my homies hate AI. El Bozo, Rip Bozo. So, they're really dancing all over this. And a lot of the vendors are doing that too. But I think this really needs to be talked about here because Neon brings up a really good point. Neon from Clownfish TV. If you don't know, Neon worked for Disney for a long time. He did animation for that company. He is an extremely talented artist here who, when you think of look, we have people on the show who are, true artists, when it comes to, their work online. George is a huge advocate for he hates AI, right? There's all sorts of questions here when it comes to, okay, you could technically say Photoshop it's a computer program. You're not creating art with a pen and paper, right? Where does the AI, if you were to copy this and bring it over, isn't that technically using coding to bring things over? But back to what Neon was saying, he said they call the cops on a guy selling AI art at DragonCon. Meanwhile, 99% of Artist Alley is technically stolen corporate IP and walls of prints lifted from the internet. Maybe it has to be artisanal theft, right? And he says, I'm just saying, you can't really take the moral high ground in your business if your business is selling unauthorized prints of characters you do not own.
Right.
It was a very valid point here. So, anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Kay, you look like you're in deep thought over here trying to figure out.
I'm just perplexed with this. I mean, look, I hate AI art, and I think it's gonna, be very destructive, AI in general, to the overall future of humanity. But cops taking a guy out for the AI art, like I said, just starve the artist if you need to, if you're really against it. The bigger fuck you is just making him sit there for 8 hours, 10 hours after he put in all of this work to set up his booth and all this shit, right? And then just be like, oh, no one wants your shit. Fuck you. That's it. That's all you have to do. And yeah, it's a great point to say a lot of these people are just, ultimately selling art of characters that they're tied to a different property, right? So yeah, it's just a very strange situation. I hate this guy for trying to sell AI art, but at the same time, it's dumb to take him away like that.
I guarantee you, 100% guaranteed, that the people who did the most complaining, who managed to get him out, have a particular political leaning. 100% guarantee. And I think that's worth noting because, again, most people who don't have that particular will not be said political leaning would just have your response to it. They just go, well, okay, I'm not buying what he's selling. Maybe I'll even make fun of him because that's funny. Maybe I'll put a sign in my own booth making fun of him. Dog on him. Sure. But the people with a particular political leaning can't let the free market decide. They must enforce their own views on things by force. So get police, get people to raid them, get security to force them out because the things they don't like cannot be allowed. Ever. They can't be allowed to exist. They can't simply not like it, not support it. They have to stop it and expel them from the world. Guaranteed. They have a particular political leaning, 100% of them. Guaranteed.
Well, I'll say this. Go ahead, Phoenix.
I was going to say, I'm actually going to be the opposite conversation on this end. I'm looking it up, and there is apparently a strong policy against AI. So kind of put it this way, if you're going to an event where you believe that you're getting, let's say you're really against AI and you really want art from the artist's hand, and you believe you're buying something that came from an artist, and you're getting AI that is, I can sort of understand. I don't think that the cops need to be involved, and I think that maybe there needs to be a policy that says, if you should label that this was used by AI, there was a portion of it made by AI. But I can kind of see the issue.
That's on the convention then to screen that ahead of time.
I have a question.
Bye, Craig.
No. I have one more question before I go. Where does AI start and where does AI end? Like, once again, is when you say AI, does that mean I'm copying? I'm saying I want a picture of Phoenix with a giraffe riding over a fire pit, right? And you give it a prompt, or is this, technically, everything we're using is some sort of AI. Like, if you want to get super technical about it, whether it's a computer program or whatever, unless you are out there with a fucking pencil and a pad drawing it and using paint, it's all AI. There's some sort of AI generation happening. You are leveraging some sort of tool to create your craft.
Right. That is true.
Well, AI is a different conscience, right?
No. Craig's right on this one a little bit. I gotta stand up for my man on this one. So let's say you're an artist and you're using tools like Photoshop and the whatnot with a real sweet Wacom tablet setup, and you're creating some just sweet dragon art. If you're using things like pattern fills for the dragon scales or gradient fills for the skies, you are using or just a filter, you are using some type of algorithmic generation of your image, which is realistically, in a real practical purpose, is no different than the AI generation. The problem that people have is that the AI generation takes it to the extreme. It just basically says we'll do all of it, not just a portion of it. So Craig is correct. In good odds, a significant portion of the art that you're going to find at most conferences includes some level of programmatically generated art within all of the images that are out there. In fact, most comic books that you see nowadays are digitally lettered and often digitally colored, including color fill gradients, pre-designed fonts, and the like. That's all software defined imagery. No one sat down with all those and did everything beginning to end with some charcoal pencils. And so when you go to a DragonCon, they're going to say, okay, AI imagery is out. I don't like AI. I'm a big advocate of AI, or opponent of AI. I don't like it. But realistically, you probably have to kick out 80% of the artists that are vending stuff at DragonCon if you actually were being honest about enforcing it.
Phoenix, what were you
saying?
I
didn't mean to trample you.
No.
Yeah, I disagree with that entire statement. But so it depends. Look, a tool is a tool, right? Obviously, with advancements, you're going to get tools. But the idea is that the art came from an artist's mind. So yes, like for instance, if you're doing 3D modeling and you're going to texture something, the computer is doing a degree of that. But you have control over that, and you're making decisions based on that. AI essentially is requesting another artist, in this case a computer, to do something for you, and then you go, yes, I like that, or no, I don't like that. There's a big difference. It's not coming from the perspective of the eye of the artist. It's coming from something else. You're just hiring something to make something for you.
Hold on.
No, okay. I see that.
Round one, go.
Well, no, this is okay. Repeat what you just said really quick. You said you're hiring something to make something for yourself, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Right. So you're subcontracting something
in a sense,
and you're saying that this is a product that the quote unquote artist didn't have a whole lot to say. No, they gave it a prompt, just like you would give yourself a prompt. I want to draw a unicorn jumping over a rainbow, right? In your mind, you're giving yourself that prompt, but you're giving that prompt to some sort of imagery that's going to expedite that process faster, in an exponential time. It's still that person's prompt that they would give themselves. They're just giving it, they're subcontracting it out, right? Just as if I was using Photoshop and said, hey,
but you wouldn't call yourself an artist. You would say you hired an artist.
Well, did this guy say he was an artist? He was just selling it. You know, that's like going
He's
to
a
the store.
prompt artist.
That's like going to the store, and you know, I don't think that the people at the store call themselves banana farmers, but they sell bananas. You know, it's
I call
just a
myself a
product
banana
that they
farmer
sell.
constantly, and I've never done it, and that's only what I call myself.
Nonstop banana farming. But I mean, it's a
Banana farming right now.
this goes into the AI conversation of like there's so much gray. And so many people want to get on their mighty high horse about AI, and I'm an artist. And it's like, yeah, but do you use filters? Yeah, but do you do this? Yeah, but do this? And yeah. Well, it's a tool. It's a tool I use to help me complete my art. And the people who are advocates for AI art, they'll say, well, yeah, it's a tool I use to make my art. It's they use the exact same argument. It's just where does one start and where does one end? You know, and I think that's the most fascinating thing about this. But I think we can all agree, as I close out the story, that the cops should not have been called in a situation like this. Like, I don't care if the guy was like just saying, you guys are fucking idiots. You know, like if he was over there telling people how stupid their art was and hey, AI art for the win. You guys said it right. I think we can all agree. Just don't buy the shit. Just don't buy it.
Make fun of them. It's great. Making fun of people is rad.
All right.
I think it's a great protest too. I mean, if he's even trying to make a point, I totally support that.
Yeah. Actually, I agree with Phoenix on that one. If he was showing up and he's like, you know what, I'm going to make a point about AI art, how maybe it's indistinguishable for some of the other art, or maybe there's too much AI art at the show already. Honestly, it could be a great fake art protest thing. I like
100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got to bounce. You guys enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Continue to watch these guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's episode. But once again, these guys are going to continue. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Blabs is going to take you the rest of the way. I will do my best to don't apologize ever, Blabs. Stop it. Support these guys with some supers and head over to Plus and use promo code Plus to get a discount over there. I'll let you guys take it from here. Alunduk, thank you so much. Good to see you. Okay, as always, you're the best.
Please don't be featured on Plain Talk.
I will do my best. Ooh, thanks for that, Blabs. Always,
live long and prosper.
Always sending me out on a high note there, and I appreciate that greatly. Thanks so much. As I'm going to do my best to find Plain Talk on the way out. Oh, there it is. You guys have a good day. See you later. Bye.
Plain Talk.
I hate him. I see you, Craig. Go away now. You didn't do the right one. Bye. Yeah, bye-bye. Go on. Okay, shoot. Okay, he's gone now. All right, let me hit up some supers.
God.
I know, God. So,
jeez.
Just
cramping my style.
I just couldn't get rid of him fast enough. All right, let me hit up some supers real fast.
Right
West
back.
for one. Yep. That says, Blabs, glad you're back. Craig running the show on his own was unwatchable. Didn't watch yesterday's show. Dude, how can you watch yesterday's show and then say it was unwatchable if you didn't even watch it? Just saying. Murvoth says, guys like this hypocrite and the whole kick Vic thing is why I quit dub 100%. Horrid people. See, I'm still part of the dub community. I like some of the dubs. I'm one of those guys, I guess.
The dub community.
There's a couple of really good ones out there that, I'm not going to shit on the whole entire group for like a select few who ruin it for everyone,
I didn't know there was a whole ass community. Like, do you get together and you're like, yes, we are speaking the language.
Have you never seen like on like Crunchyroll where it's like dub versus sub when they're like literally fighting it out and everything's like dub's better, sub's better. And I'm like, why not both? What's the problem here? I like some, I like others,
I thought you meant they had like get-togethers.
Did you think I was talking like some mommy thing going on, like dub?
I didn't know what you're talking about. You ladies are crazy. I don't know what's going on.
No. Yeah, like voiceovers and stuff. If you preferred the original subtitles, or like.
God, I didn't realize that was like a thing people argued about.
Dude, it's a real thing. But I like both.
It's definitely been a debate since the beginning of time, similar to the console wars. Like that was always a thing too. But yeah, I didn't realize it was such a like community now. Everything is a community now. So
I didn't realize that.
A community. There's a community for that.
Once you reach a certain age, you turn on subtitles for everything anyway. So I don't know. Everything's got subtitles.
You know how like there was that like there's an app for that. Well, there's a community for that. Is now the new thing.
just to make sure this is clear, I literally watch Matlock with subtitles. So if everyone wants to understand how I view this, everything has subtitles. Be very,
We're
very
in
clear about
subtitles
this.
actually right now for Lunduk or Ludwig, whatever your name is now.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
all actually in
whatever it is.
subtitles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cthulhu says, Mahong Blabs, I don't blame you for losing the king of the cart. I blame Phoenix, him and that cracker burger. Oh, God. The only good news is that Kay's written the side smoochers her new fanfic. Is
I can't help it. When I go to Cracker Barrel, I just start making out with everybody. I make out with the staff. I made out with Craig. It was crazy. It was a good time.
Yep. Aramis for 3 says, have a great day, everyone. Welcome back, Lunduk. Hey, okay. Craig, have safe travels. Do inventory before leaving house. What? Phoenix, hope you're well rested. And last but not least, hey, Blabs, back to work for the slave. Later, Gators. And he has this photo that I have to share because it's hilarious. Mahonk. Thank you for that one. It's beautiful. All right, let me get rid of that, and I'm going to share that one. Okay, I have a million
The gator
tabs
in my background right now.
Ooh, watch out.
Where's
Yeah.
Steve Irwin when you need him?
Where-
All right.
Dead.
That was really inappropriate.
He hasn't done anything in a bit, has he?
Poor taste. Yeah, too soon.
I love Steve Irwin. I actually almost cried when he died. I remember waking up, my mom telling me it was like 2006, and I was just so depressed. So depressed. Did you see his kids doing Dancing with the Stars? They have everyone on the show now. Anyway,
Dude, his daughter went on Dancing with the Stars and was great.
she
at
won.
it.
She
was
won.
really, really good.
Yeah, and now Robert's doing it. I'm like, no pressure, bro. You gotta win.
He has to.
April for 2. Okay, was on the fence for Plus as I've been enjoying your content on YouTube so much, and hours before King of the Cart had to finally pull the trigger. So glad I did. Happy to be a Plus member and a part of the community. Montez, April. Thank you very much. It kind of hurts. All right, Minor says, glad to see a fellow gardener on the show. Is there anyone who gardens here?
I grow bananas.
Couldn't be me.
That's
Banana
right.
farmer.
Right.
I mean, that's what we're talking about.
That's fair.
Banana gardener? I don't know.
Wes, for one, says, just to give an update on an old news story, the Texas bill banning some anime has passed. Okay, well, I want to check that out maybe tomorrow. Mercy
Good
says,
friggin' anime.
I
I
like
continue.
anime.
Sorry.
We love anime here.
Yeah, Lunduk Ludwig.
I'm with
Mercy
you.
says, blame autocorrect for that one. No, I just blame you. Dylan says, negatory Phoenix, I'm telling the AI what to do. I'm telling it what changes to make. What differences is that versus using a program to change the gradient?
A huge difference. We can talk about that another time.
He's like, I will destroy you. That's basically Phoenix right now.
I love how Phoenix's microphone is becoming invisible as he moves it back there. That's super cool.
It's a specialty.
Oh,
yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I like it a lot.
It is. It's all AI, actually.
Crumbs for 10 says, if we take the humanities definition of art, then art is anything created with the intent to be art. It could be argued that a program lacks the ability to have that intent, and therefore cannot be art. Calling the cops, however, was insane.
Whoa.
I think you just blew Ludwig's mind over here.
Can I be gay for a second? Let me be gay for one second.
Go on.
Take,
So,
take
yeah, I
2
can't help
seconds
it.
of
Only a
gayness there,
second?
Phoenix.
What?
So here, and boy, I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. It's okay. So here's what art is. Art is the one thing that allows us to have the perspective and insight of another person's their brain and their perspective, right? Like it's the only way that we can get in the head of someone else and how they view the world. Art allows you to translate that to what some kind of medium, song, painting, whatever the hell it is. We get to see that landscape through their perspective, and that helps us with everything from just entertainment to protest to you name it. When you hand that off to a machine, and let's say you broke up with someone, and now you're listening to ones and zeros tell you how to get by with that. It's a very, very scary, scary world when you've handed over your entire culture to a machine. So if you use a texture in Photoshop, it's very different than saying, make me something. Take away the human perspective. We no longer want any human perspective. We don't want lyrics. We don't want words from them. Just you make this for me. You've now reduced it down to just ones and zeros that are all going to be singing and telling you stories. That's all that is, and that's terrifying to me.
You know what, Phoenix? You are absolutely right. That was really gay.
I appreciate that. That's what I try to do here. Thank you. You're welcome, everybody.
I was going to
That's
play the gay clip, but I'll do this one instead.
Dick.
I appreciate that greatly. You should have just played fart sounds as I'm just talking.
We don't have those, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Not on StreamYards right now. Okay. Whis for one says most people have never seen the Mona Lisa. Only prints and photos made of it. Slap a made with AI sticker on AI projects and people can decide for themselves. Interesting. Reese for 5 says, Happy Craig goodbye day to all the normal men, TM. And rip Alex Stein, who was hit by a semi-truck. Jesus Christ.
That's a shame.
In fairness, he probably should have accepted that weird Sonic medallion. Listen, if somebody hands you the medallion, you say thank you. Right, Kay?
You burn it. You burn it and
get
you
yourself,
leave. You walk
get
away.
Yourself a Sonic medallion. It's the only way.
No. You run. I don't believe in a lot of things like that, but man, if a Sonichu medallion comes near you,
can I mail you one?
Just no. I will crush it. No, there's no way. I believe in very few things.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Clue. I'm not Googling it. I'm telling you right now. I'm not. Don't.
Sonichu is love. Sonichu is life. Right, Kay?
No, just no.
You two need to get on the lore of Chris Chan and Sonichu and medallions.
Okay,
there's a compendium. There's like a lot to watch. It'll be like a whole week. You just watch through it. It's great.
I like how chat's like Sonichu is evil. Anyway,
there is genuine evil in that medallion. Don't do it.
I'm a mail to K. Anthony for 10 says the biggest problem with dubs is that they basically always change what the original author wants to write for Western sensibilities when most subs are much closer to the original. I mean, I think it depends on the localization stuff. If like they're just straight up translating it, there really shouldn't be anything lost, but I can see your argument. Dylan says, so autocorrect means you're not a writer. Hang on, he's thinking. Let him think. Let him cook. Let him go. He's got nothing. Never mind. Let's keep going. Mercenary for 5 says the only good Plain Talk intro was the original Plain Talk intro, and you're fired, Blabs. Phoenix, you're in charge. I don't think so. Dylan says, Phoenix, you are the human aspect. That's the prompt.
You should change your name to the human aspect. And
I really like that. Yeah,
it's pretty
hang on. I'll do it right now. Edit name. Okay. We gotta do capital. Human why can't I spell? There we go. Aspect. There you go. Okay. And Victor says, I think the disconnect is that art as expression is also shown by the time, skill shown. AI art does not show skill using I was about to say PlayStation. Using PS tools will still require skills. Using PlayStation.
I totally saw PlayStation as well.
Yeah, those
even
are those
though I've used
PlayStation
Photoshop,
skills, man.
but it's like PlayStation.
And Mercenary says, Kay, someone did a ghost test thing on the medallion and it's haunted. That man's creation is pure evil.
Chris Boris, Irate Gamer, he is doing ghost hunting stuff now, and he found some shit, man.
Well, anyone who, allegedly grapes their mom, I'm gonna say have to be pretty fucking evil, you know? Anyway, Len Duke, welcome to the show. We really gotta do a Sonic Stream segment with you. I feel like you would just never come back.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, anyway, let's move on. Okay, so this just popped up on the news right before we went live, and so I know nothing about this, and Craig wants us to watch this video. It's about 10 minutes long, but this comes from Dexert, though. YouTube Law by Mike has announced that he's suing Roblox over child safety concerns. If you guys remember, in the last few weeks, we've been talking about Roblox quite a bit and how stupid they are at protecting the PDF people on their own, servers. He's also working with Schlepp's lawyers to find more cases of alleged child endangerment from Roblox players. So I have the YouTube video. Like I said, I've not actually watched this or screened it or anything. So, we're just going to let it go. I'm going to lower it just a little bit. You guys let me know how the volume is.
Roblox is one of the most popular gaming platforms in the world. The developers of that game are now facing criticism over child safety concerns.
Games like this are not helping. The Roblox Corporation has sent a cease and desist letter.
Instead of stop.
Can I just say how they try to mimic Lego? I hate that.
I hate Roblox. I hate the art style so much.
Yeah, it's like in between Minecraft and not, and I don't like it.
Predators, Roblox stops the people stopping the predators.
They are the problem.
People everywhere are furious with Roblox, and now they're getting sued. The platform promised to be safe, but the reality is very different. So today, I'm breaking down the entire case, even meeting with some of the biggest YouTubers. And then, on behalf of everyone, I'm helping to sue Roblox. This summer, Roblox was hit with a massive lawsuit centered on a young player known as DH. The lawsuit claims she joined the platform after believing the company's promise that it was safe and educational. While using Roblox, she was allegedly approached by an adult.
I like how, what, did they just say a 13-year-old is like, oh, this is totally safe, let me join? Is that what they just said?
I think the idea was that her parents probably were like cool with it because it was supposed to be safe and educational. Yeah.
Misrepresenting who they were, and the platform's moderation systems didn't catch it. She was later taken from her home and abused by the same individual. And she's not alone. Since 2018, police have arrested at least 24 people accused of misusing Roblox to contact young users and move chats off platform. Some had prior records. Others were people in trusted roles, like teachers, nurses, even a cop. Even Roblox has reported over 13,000 flagged incidents on its platform, a huge jump from roughly 3,000 the year before. Roblox says that's just a small fraction compared to all U.S. reports. But for parents, the number.
Roblox, part of their defense is, oh, well, maybe there's a lot of PDF files doing horrible stuff on our platform, but you know, if you take the total number of possible things in the world that are happening, it's only a percentage of that. That's their defense. It's asinine.
So mental gymnastics?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Numbers feel staggering. And here's the core claim. The lawsuit argues Roblox allegedly knew these risks, but kept selling parents on the idea of a safe digital playground. Even some of Roblox's biggest creators are speaking out. Take Schlepp, a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. When he was younger, he says he had a troubling experience involving a Roblox developer.
All that happened to me, it totally messed me up mentally. It made me have to go into therapy and psychologically messed with, you know, relationships that I had. Even till this day, I mean, it's something that, you know, it was messed up.
That experience pushed him to act. As an adult, he began working with police by conducting investigations on Roblox. His efforts have led to the arrest of 6 people. So Schlepp, what was the goal when you started making videos about safety issues on Roblox?
It really all started back to my own personal experiences related to it. I had some very negative experiences as a kid, and I was affected by a very popular developer. So I saw these issues firsthand, like I experienced them.
But instead of celebrating him, Roblox banned his accounts and sent a cease and desist letter, accusing him of violating the rules against vigilante groups.
They're trying to silence the whistleblowers. They're spending more energy going after people like Schlepp. But what they're doing, they're trying to put a muzzle on this whole thing. They're also trying to silence all the victims. And this is important, Mike.
That same day, Schlepp dropped an 8-minute video where he described his ban, as well as his troubling experience with the Roblox developer. Schlepp slammed Roblox.
So basically, this is just like a recap for now, right?
It's pretty much a recap, but what's cracking me up is the really intense editing with the audio.
The music and everything, yeah. I just want to point
the
out.
editing's a little over the top.
I just want to point out real fast that this guy is wearing a suit that's like twice as big on him. I just want
Yeah,
to share
he really needs to go down to the men's warehouse and get that fitted properly, because that's not how you wear a suit.
No.
It's an 8-minute video where he described his ban, as well as his troubling experience with the Roblox developer. Schlepp slammed Roblox for failing to take action against the developer for years. He claims during that time, Roblox even continued to pay and promote the developer. Afterwards, the backlash exploded. Roblox developers changed game thumbnails to say "Free Schlepp." Thousands of players staged in-game protests. Even major creators like Moist Critical, Gideon, and Creekcrap piled on, calling Roblox backwards and hypocritical. #Free Schlepp trended worldwide.
I was blown away with all the support, and it's been absolutely amazing reading all the messages. It was trending on Twitter for 3 days straight when the news first broke of it. And I mean, people were just outraged. They saw it for what it was. They were silencing someone trying to blow the whistle.
I think that's a really, really powerful thing. He was a 22-year-old kid. He was just a gamer. And I think he really stepped up to the plate to stand up to this Goliath.
Then it went mainstream. Congressman Ro Khanna publicly backed Schlepp, sharing a petition demanding Roblox improve its safety. That petition hit 100,000 signatures in less than a week, and Roblox's stock price dropped by $12 billion. Now, Schlepp, did you expect your videos to get as much attention as they did?
Honestly, no. My whole goal with these videos is actually just to bring this to the attention of Roblox. Like, I wanted Roblox to see what was going on, because I was reporting these communities to Roblox. I was making reports on a lot of these people. Nothing was happening. And the only other thing you can do is go public with it. So that's what I did.
But the story doesn't end there. Schlepp just announced he's suing Roblox, not over the ban, but over the damage he says he suffered years ago from a developer on the platform. His lawyer confirmed he's also representing many others with similar stories.
We have over 800 cases involving sex abuse. These are personal injury claims. So survivors are coming forward because of the person.
That was a weird edit. Did anyone else just catch that? Like
Yeah.
you just jumped mid-sentence? Anyway.
I was a little.
Also,
I want to just point one thing out here. When they talk about the size of Roblox, Roblox's current market cap is $89 billion. In the last 6 months, it has over doubled in value. It's currently sitting at $126 for their stock price, and they have an $89 billion market cap. They are absolutely massive. I mean, we're talking big tech corporation size big. That's billion with a B. So when they're talking about suing this, I mean, it's not like they're going after. I know the game looks like cheap garbage. I mean, Roblox looked like cheap garbage that was never really tested all that well. I mean, it looks 3 steps less good than Goat Simulator, and yet it's an $89 billion corporation. And so, I mean, this is huge. The amount of money that's in here from Saudi investors and other corporations is just off the charts. I just want to make sure that's clear.
No, feel free to always stop me for
I will.
Okay, good. Also, how's the audio? Is it too loud, too low? We're good?
So good. We're good.
Okay.
Personal injuries and the trauma they experienced. Yeah, we think it's a very strong case. And I think that's part of the reason they're fighting so hard to try and move this into some types of confidential proceedings. So they think people will forget about what happened, and then they won't.
And now, because of you all bringing this issue to my attention, I've made the decision to team up with Schlepp's lawyer to help sue Roblox. Reach out to my firm, IthinkIHaveACase.com, if you've gone through something similar. If someone is scared about something they experienced on Roblox, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to call a lawyer, find out about their legal options, and let them know that they will be believed. There's strength in numbers. Terrible things happen on Roblox. Hundreds and hundreds of people have come forward. We're here for you.
Definitely reach out to us. We are here to help.
Now he's fighting back in court because if Roblox won't be held accountable in their own platform, we'll make sure that they're held accountable in the courtroom.
Now let's investigate how Roblox is designed, because the lawsuits claim there are at least 3 serious flaws. First, until 2021, anyone could make an account by entering just a username, password, and birthday. Users could misstate their age and unlock unrestricted chat, which the lawsuits claim made it very common to find lower levels talking with adults. YouTubers like Gideon and Rob the Master, who have become well known for exposing bad actors, have said just how easy it is.
When we went on Roblox, it did not take long for our account to get attention from child predators. It was almost instantaneous.
Roblox says it's taking stronger steps to protect its younger players. The company has rolled out ID verification, asking players over 13 to scan a government-issued ID and selfie to gain access.
We get into ID verification again just to play video games. I don't like that part.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Even with that politician who wants to have that, petition go through and everything, which is basically just more government oversight. So it's like, oh, is that the answer?
Yeah, it's not the answer.
Now, well, to be clear here, there are a million ways to do age verification that don't involve the government scanning your driver's license and whatnot. I mean, there are ways to do age verification around this stuff. I mean, there's problems with all of it, and I agree that probably the solution is parents should just never let their kids play Roblox ever. But
that is the correct answer.
That's the correct answer. I mean, obviously, we don't. Like in my house, my 3 kids certainly as heck don't play that game. But
question though, what's the way around?
You be a better parent.
Well, besides that, but he's saying age verification. That's what I'm asking.
There's multiple ways to do. So realistically, if you are out there and you provide any information about yourself to any service out there, they already have enough information about you to do age verification. If you buy something on Amazon, if you create an X account, all sorts of things. And that's even without scanning and webcamming with your driver's license and whatnot. So
basically you're saying everything is already out there as it is, that they don't need to do this shit.
Right. It doesn't take a great deal of effort to do the age verification. So if you use a combination of, just, your name and your current address, etc., you can usually get to the point where you can do age verification. There's also depending on what place you are in. Like in the United States, there's already a lot of laws in place that where certain services require age verification, and some of those services that do age verification, and they're just little mini for-profit companies sometimes, are a bit invasive, right? They require a huge amount of personal identification and all sorts of things, but some of them do things like a quick in-person 1-to-1 30-second web chat with like some sort of identifiable information to say, okay, this person is check over a certain age, and none of that information then is kept, and then it just checks in a database that says over a certain age or born before a certain year, and then that's all it is. And then the other companies like X or whatnot can utilize that service to say, am I over a certain age? Regardless, there's all sorts of issues surrounding it. But if the two options available to us are Roblox is filled, overflowing to the brim. I mean, to a ridiculous degree with PDF files and kids getting, hurt and abducted and abused on it. Or we do ID verification. Well, I think we have to err on the side of please don't be filled with PDF files unless there's another solution presented. I mean, right? Because what's the lesser of two evils there? I think ultimately Roblox should probably just be shut down entirely because it's like a weird back alley drug den. Eventually you just raid the drug den, kick everyone out, and turn it into an upscale coffee shop.
On a side note, real fast, I went to their website. Do you think you have a case? And here it is. There's all these different types of cases you can select from: car crash, workplace, dog bite, Roblox, sexual abuse victim, sexual harassment at work, employment issue, and physical injury. So, fun fact for you guys. All right, let's continue.
Interesting.
To certain features. It's also testing age estimation, where machine learning guesses a user's age from a short video. And new features like trusted connections are meant to limit deeper chat and voice features to people you actually know in real life.
We weren't just finding 1 or 2 peppers on there. We've caught 6 off of the game itself. But not only that, we've had dozens of these guys just contacting and grooming our decoy that we sadly weren't able to catch. And the real sad thing out here is that Roblox is going around telling parents that they're one of the safest apps for children, when from my own experience, that's not the case.
Even with ID checks and trusted connections, the scale of the platform makes full protection something that has to be taken even more seriously.
Unless you wanted to play the 17+ mic up games and stuff like that. Anybody can pretty much sign up for Roblox.
Next, the game uses in-game currency called Robux. Players use Robux to buy rare accessories and customize their avatars, and many lower levels are obsessed with it. The lawsuits point out these players even say they do anything for Robux. So bad actors can take advantage of that by dangling Robux to gain control. And third is the...
Oh, we're bribing kids with money.
Yep.
Yikes.
It's messed up. The whole thing's messed up.
Yeah.
In 2017, the company claimed it had thousands of moderators working 24/7, plus advanced filters blocking unsafe content. The reality looks very different. For starters, Roblox has hosted many games with questionable themes, including Run from Diddy Simulator, Shower Simulator, and Bloody Battles.
Oh my
the fact
God.
That these games
Run from Diddy Simulator.
Yeah.
even undercuts Roblox's claim of being a safe, moderated place. But it's not just the games that are concerning. Roblox is now the go-to social platform for younger audiences. 78 million users log in every day. The platform processes more than 50,000 chat messages every second. Roblox claims its AI and human reviewers scan all of it: text, audio, and images. But here's the problem. The company allegedly employs only about 3,000 moderators. Compare that to TikTok, roughly 3 times Roblox's daily users, but over 13 times the number of moderators on staff. The reason for the lack of moderators is allegedly due to Roblox's focus on growth over safety. In fact, 8 current and former trust and safety staff describe ignored requests for more resources, backlogs of incident reports, and even a manager quitting after promised hires never showed up. Some say protective features they suggested, like pop-up warnings, were rejected, and safety settings, like blocking strangers in chat, were switched off by default. Once again, Roblox points to AI moderation as the solution, but employees admit the tech still misses the subtle signs of unsafe behavior, and the gaps aren't small. The filters block words like Snapchat or Discord, but people get around them by using emojis or by tweaking the spelling a little. Even phone numbers are apparently blocked if you type the digits, but not if you just spell them out. The lawsuits argue that these kinds of loopholes prove...
Is there anything in this video that we don't know already?
No, it seems like a
Apparently
good
not.
summary video, but
It's a good summary video.
It's a very good summary video, so we're not gonna watch the rest of the
I think it's but he's taken part in the lawsuit, and they're pushing the lawsuit against Roblox. That's the critical bit. And I for one can't wait for this to go into court and a discovery phase of this to push forward. I think that's going to be just brilliant.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Craig, for making us watch that. All right. Let me hit up some supers before we get a little teaser of a game, and I think Lunduke's gonna love it. Math says, interesting debate about AI. Personally, my displate at home are mostly Frazetta arts. I don't know what that means, but okay, thank you.
Yeah, that one confused me too.
Displate is this thing I've got behind me here. So it's like a website where you can upload art and then get it printed, essentially. So I think that's what.
Oh, cool.
Moina. Crumb says, feeding a prompt into AI is the same as commissioning an artist. You didn't actually create anything.
Yep.
Risk says, what Phoenix said was gay, but it ain't wrong. AI should be nothing more than a fancy toy to mess with. Monetizing the results is no bueno. Just my 2 cents. Montez. Thank you very much. By the way, did Craig even put a Montez goal? Oh, he did. Okay. We just 720. Wasp for 5 says, Black Lagoon and Cowboy Bebop have the best anime dubs ever recorded. Even the subtitle purists admit that English dub is the best way to watch those 2 shows. Haha. Ha ha ha. Freedom Fries gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Freedom Fries. Mercenary says, remember, Roblox preemptively banned PewDiePie. Mercenary also says,
Did they really?
Yeah.
Did they really do that?
Yeah. The solution to not having age verification is making parents be parents. All we need is just one parent at home 24/7, keep an eye on the kids. Yeah, but here's the problem with that, right? They have not created that. You can't actually stay at home with your kids anymore because you have to work to keep money.
Okay. I completely agree with that. And that's like, parents should just not let their kids play Roblox. Period. End of story. However, if laws where we use the internet have to mirror real world laws, like you can't buy booze when you're a 4-year-old, can't do it on the internet, can't do it at 7-Eleven, right? Same basic laws. If the laws are going to be the same in both places, do we have to be consistent about that? If there is a business down the street that allows kids in the front door and then proceeds to pair them up with pedophiles in dark back rooms, the police raid that business and shut that business down, right? Or that business has to do something because it's some weird like sex dungeon thing where you have to show your ID at the door to get into that building, right? That's how the real world in the real life would take care of that. So if we have the internet and we have a service on the internet that has the same applicable laws as the real world, well, then we just have to eat it up and implement the same laws or come up with new laws that says real world laws don't apply on the internet no more. We have to be consistent about it. And it sucks. I do not like ID verification online, but in the real world, ID verification is how it works. So either we have to come up with a way to do it on the internet so that the law is consistent, or we just have to make it so you can't do things on the internet like adult stuff or buy booze or any of those things anymore for anyone. So then the law is applicable across the board. Those are our only options here.
I mean,
and
parental
so we have
controls
to do one of the two.
parental controls are a thing, though. Like, parents can take a hold of that and make sure that their kids are not accessing things. And on the flip side of that,
That's
they
true.
also should be empowering their kids to understand the world that we live in currently.
Yes.
And to make them more wise on how to use the internet. So
100%.
I understand like the whole parents can't be home
there are
24/7
real world
watching
implications for those as well. Like, there are parental controls in the real world. Like, you can lock your kid in the house and say, don't go down the street to the weird sex dungeon that has a picture of a kitty cat outside, right? That's a parental control you have in the real world. But in the real world, we still shut down the kitty cat kid sex dungeon, right? We still can shut that thing down. The internet works exactly the same. The laws are exactly the same. There is no difference. So parental controls are 100% irrelevant in terms of the law as it applies to, can you run a service that is accessible to a child, where the child is then engaging in things that where a crime is going to be committed involving them, right? So so parental controls don't matter, right? In terms of the law there, they matter in terms of being a good parent, and we need to be good parents, but the law matters in this case. So in this particular case, Roblox is running afoul of real world laws. So they have a choice. They either have to implement some sort of a reasonable attempt measure at keeping children out just based on the law, or they have to stop providing things that would require that sort of age verification. From the legal perspective, those are the only options, just staying in business and not being in jail for the people running Roblox, unless we change the law and we say the internet is the Wild West now, which is not how the law currently works, right? I'm not saying I love ID verification. I'm saying that's how the law currently works.
Well, this guy thinks
So we
you
don't have a
want to be
choice.
just like China.
No, I don't. Collective Post Watkins or whatever your name is. I don't even
Kind of
like
where it
ID
leads,
verification.
though. Like, that's kind of where it leads when we control more and more and put
Mm-hmm.
IDs and stuff in. So that's my concern personally.
I just don't understand why a parent is allowed. Like, if you just look at the internet as just wandering the streets, I don't understand why a parent is letting their kids just wander the streets. Like,
Well,
this is what I don't understand.
How old are you? How old are you, Phoenix?
22 years old. No, I'm 45.
Okay, so you're 45. So you're end of Gen X like me. When we were kids, we wandered the streets, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So 100%. So then the question is when we were back wandering the streets until the streetlights came on when we were kids, and that was fine with everybody. If there was a business somewhere that said, "Hey, kids, come here," and a picture of a Ninja Turtle on the outside, but inside it was really a PDF file text dungeon, that would get shut down by the cops. If there was a place where you could buy booze, you couldn't go in there without flashing an ID, or at least a fake ID, right? You couldn't go in there because they did an ID check. Those exact same laws apply to everything on the internet in these jurisdictions, unless we either change the laws about laws applying on the internet. That's how it is. It doesn't really matter what we think parents should do nowadays with kids walking around or kids being on the internet. None of that is relevant at all in terms of the law. That's what I keep coming back to with people. I agree. I hate the idea of ID verification on the internet. I hate it so much. But the way the law currently works in the United States, which is where 90+% of the internet is, because we invented the darn thing, that's how it works. So ID verification is mandatory for a huge number of services, not across all the internet, but for a lot of services on the internet, the way the law is currently set. It's inevitable unless we change the law dramatically. The way parents handle their kids is irrelevant in terms of the law. It just doesn't matter. It matters to you and me because we're good people and we want to raise kids right. But for the law, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I agree to a large extent of that. I lean more towards what you're saying as far as, because, like, requiring an ID for booze, I get. This is not that, because it's not. This is supposed to be, from my understanding, a relatively kid-friendly application, unless I'm wrong about that.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
But so I'm more for that. They need to clean house to ensure that it is right. I'm with you on that. The only thing I would say is that the only small little tweak I'd say is that my parents, yes, they let me walk around my area because they knew that area and they knew I was familiar. If you just said, here is a bus pass and plane ticket to literally anywhere you go as long as you're home by, then there's a big difference. And I don't think any parent would be like cool with that. And that's the internet. It's just, you can go anywhere. And if a parent doesn't understand that, they need to get in touch with what kids are doing, is what I'd say.
This is why my kids, their computers run DOS. They don't get on
Damn
the internet.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
So let us move on to a topic that I saw Lundic was talking about extensively in the last 24 hours. So
Which one? Which one are we going with?
well, Lundic, who the hell is the Glinner update?
Oh, Graham Linehan. Oh, all right, Graham Linehan, right? IT Crowd, the guy who created and wrote and directed the majority of IT Crowd, friggin' comic genius. He got arrested in the United Kingdom, landing at Heathrow Airport because of 3 specific tweets that he sent out. He sent out 3 tweets, and oh, good, you've got some of the pictures up. Fantastic.
Yep. So one of them is, if a trans-identified male is in a female-only space, he's committing a violent, abusive act. Make a scene, call the cops, and if all else fails, punch him in the balls. That's
like you
one.
gotta do. Yep.
The next one is a photo you can smell.
Okay. He got arrested for this tweet.
I do have the Substack open. It's nuts.
It's crazy. Show the other one real quick. The other one has a swear word in it, but
I hate them. Misogynist and homophobes. Suck 'em. Yeah.
right. So he got arrested for those 3 tweets.
Yep.
And it was funny. So apparently he gets off the plane. And there was 5 police officers waiting for him. And not 1, not 2, 5. They escorted me to a private area and told me I was under arrest for 3 tweets. In a country where pedophiles escape sentencing, where knife crimes are out of control, where women are assaulted and arrested every time they gather to speak, the state had mobilized 5 armed officers to arrest a comedy writer for a tweet. Oh my word.
Yeah, here are the tweets again. 1, 2,
a photo you can smell.
It's true though.
Holy heavens. If I ever next time I travel to the UK, I think they're gonna put me away for life. Like
that's why you don't go to the UK.
Seriously. But it was crazy. So he says, quote, when I first saw the cop as he got off the plane, I actually laughed. I couldn't help myself. Don't tell me, he says, you've been sent by the trans activists. The officers gave no reaction, and this was the theme throughout most of the day. Among the rank and file, there was a sort of polite bafflement, entirely professional and even kind, but most had absolutely no idea what any of this was about. Crazy.
That's insane.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Now, for those of you who don't, so Graham Linehan is Irish, but he's currently living in Arizona. He's working on a project in Arizona. He lives in Arizona, and but he was going back to the UK. And my understanding is he was going back because there are trans activists that have been, shaking up legal cases against him for being mean to trans people on the internet. And so he's going back for some of that, and then they arrest him. They did let him go. His condition of his bail is that he can't touch X.
It's crazy. And just like, if you read this article, chat, it's a whole Substack. He's really talking about how the police didn't even know really what was going on. Like, they were very kind to him because they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They didn't know why they were arresting this guy, why they were giving him reading his rights and everything. Like, that's wild. But I have a couple of tweets that I want to share out because I think it's very important that we do share these tweets. So I don't even know who these people are, right? But what they're saying is correct. The arrest of Glitter, or is it Glitter or Gliner?
I don't know. Glinner, maybe.
Glinner, I think.
All right. Is indefensible and a threat to free speech. It's an insult to all the women who have reported serious crime, rape, and domestic violence and had to put up with inadequate investigations and police failures. Such an indictment of current priorities, which is also true. But then there's this one that is so true. The transgender movement is global and unitary and seeks the same things everywhere it obtains the power to impose them. Its ultimate aim is to deploy state power to make it illegal to deny the movement's dogmas. It's an assault of the freedoms of speech, conscience, religion, and association that will imprison people for saying that men aren't women, that human beings cannot change sex, that there has never been an evidence base for transgender medicine, that children are never born in the wrong body, that women need their own private spaces from from which men are excluded, that letting men compete against women in sports is deeply unfair because trans women are men, that sex is binary and immutable, that Rachel Levine is a deeply corrupt man who abused his power to advance the aims of a cult of medicalized self-harm that brainwashes quirky kids to yearn to be chemically castrated and dismembered, and that all of it is in service of a mad imperative to make a false claim true. Mind you, that's all one giant sentence.
That is a big sentence. Yeah, nicely
but
done.
It's so true. It's so true.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This is nuts. What do you do about this? I mean, like, this England's sunk. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, there's always this competition. I've noticed it for the last few months between the UK, Canada, and Australia. It's like which one of them can fuck up the most of the day. And I think right now the UK. Last week it was Australia with their tickle versus giggle thing. Have you been following that?
I don't understand that. I don't even get quite what that is.
Okay, so you have been seeing some of it though.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, it's basically like about trans rights in Australia and basically making it that women do not exist anymore. It's literally stripping women's rights away. And you can't that dude's obviously a woman. You can't argue otherwise. All this other insane leftist stuff. Nuts. That's what's going on in Australia.
It's nuts.
But this does tie into what we saw in the last year's Summer Olympics, right? So gender role Olympic boxer Lin Yuting won't compete at Worlds, says official, because why is that? Because they put the whole DNA testing, sex testing and everything as a requirement. And lo and behold, also, Olympic champion Eamon Killiff appeals World Boxing Genetic Test ruling because if that test comes back, he's going to lose his gold medal because he's a dude.
He's a dude.
Right? The dude is a lady.
He's an Adam's Appley sporting dude.
Dude, and do you remember when they tried to gaslight us with what was it, his Vanity Fair or Vogue, whatever it was, portfolio, and he's all pretty and touched up. I'm like, that's still a dude. That's just wearing makeup.
See, I'm sorry, he looked more like a dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fatigue with the world, is normalizing this shit in any way, shape, or form, or the law siding with these people. I have a problem with the mentally ill shit, but more than that, the mentally ill thing is that our society is actually taking their side. Did you just call me resident racist?
Yeah, I put that in there 20 minutes ago.
I just noticed that.
Ta-da!
I've been resident gay for a while now, so
He
yeah.
did that to himself. I forget what I put, but I didn't put the gay part. He changed it himself.
Anyways, I'm
the only
tired
person
of...
here with an actual name.
Ludwig, correct.
Ludwig,
I'm tired of the government siding with troons. Just stop, please. I'm probably going to get arrested in Canada for saying that, so it's been nice knowing all of you.
I'm so sorry about that. That's terrible.
Sorry, Boots.
That's just
sorry,
awful.
Sorry,
So I'm just going to float something out there. Maybe it's time to take some drastic measures with countries like the United Kingdom. Now, we're here in the United States of America, and the internet being founded in the United States of America as a joint cooperation between the government, a couple of private corporations, and a couple of educational corporations. It is still predominantly run out of here. In fact, the United States, we have the power, realistically, to cut off 80 to 90% of the internet access to any one particular country. I don't know if people fully realize that. As distributed as the infrastructure of the internet truly is, we could make it so people in the UK could effectively not really go online anymore. What happens if we do that? I'm just going to float this out there right now. I'm not saying we need to go cut off the entire island.
What happens if we stop using the internet, you're saying?
If the UK, we can cut off the UK entirely. It would take
just use the black
20
web,
minutes.
The dark web, and just go
No. They would not have access to that. So the way all the DNS servers work and all the trunk lines work, the major connections work, we could make it so it would be effectively impossible for most of the people within the United Kingdom to use a large portion of the internet. They'd still have some of the infrastructure in place, but they certainly wouldn't be able to go to X or Google or Microsoft or Apple or the vast majority of things. And it would only take changing configurations in 3 or 4 locations, all of which are in the United States. Take maybe 10 minutes, right? So if President Trump came down and issued an executive order, 10 minutes later, we could have the UK effectively offline. Could do that. I'm not saying we should, But what would happen if we did? I'm just saying, could the Trump say, UK, that's fine. We're gonna not let you on any of the American part of the internet until you shape up a little bit. How quickly would the UK fold? Because they wouldn't be able to play games anymore. They wouldn't be able to go to log into their Microsoft accounts anymore. Their Windows and Apple machines would effectively become bricked. Their iPhones and most of their Android devices would not really function that well anymore. Everything would break for them. How long until they cave on that one? I'm just saying, Ludwig's got an idea here.
I love this idea.
That would be pretty funny.
I don't love this idea at all because I'm a freedom lover. But if we're going on,
I get you. I get you. People in the UK, they need to hear everything that's happening. They would no longer be able to see everything that was happening. But come on, would that
it's
not
already
be a little
happening
bit
in
funny?
countries like in Canada? You can't view the news on like Facebook and stuff.
That's
like literally
true.
only on Twitter. You just can't see news.
That's messed up.
So it's like. No,
We should
I'm
do
just
it
so
to
against
Canada
this stuff.
too.
Okay, well, I'll never be on the show again. Bye, everyone. It was nice. Do not
Yeah.
redeem.
Do not
It
redeem.
was fun redeeming while we
That
could.
makes a great point. Yeah, it's true. Let me go through these supers real fast because I have potentially 2 more topics to talk about with Ludwig over here as I changed his name. Stable Phoenix for 10 says, given the sheer number of WEF type invested in Roblox, it's never going to change much. They'll just pay out settlements from their couch, change, shuffle a few personnel, and keep on going. I kind of agree with that.
$89 billion, man.
Yep. Jelly for 20, thank you very much, says the preference for dub and subs in anime depends on the anime itself. For example, classic anime like DBZ, Naruto, Pokemon, Gundam, Rurouni Kenshin all have excellent English dubs, so I watched those in English. And I should have just said Dragon Ball, but I didn't. So thank you for the 20. Marmalin for 10 says the problem with Roblox is that it's a social game built for kids. It shouldn't exist in its form. The fact we tell kids don't talk to strangers but play the stranger talking simulator. Precisely, I agree with that a lot.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
well put. Yeah.
Mercenary for 5 says the problem is we need 2 parents at work, and that was by design to separate families from the kids. We need prices to go back to 1950s.
Then don't give them the internet. It's very easy. I don't know why this
No
is hard.
internet. Right. At
Well,
home.
both.
DOS computers, man.
You don't have to be your kid's friend. You're supposed to be a parent. It's okay to say no.
I told my daughter if she can figure out how to get online with her DOS-based computer that cannot multitask, and she can do it over an analog dial-up modem, that she can get online and go crazy.
Nice. She's like,
Good
I
luck.
hate you, Dad.
Oh no, man, she loves it. It's great.
Lando for 3 says, plot twist. Aussie's using cunt as a gender-inclusive term of endearment was a 200-year-old secret psychological operation to get the masses to accept transgenderism in 2025. Oh. Maybe.
Huh.
Maybe.
Whoa.
All right, so Ludwig, Lunduk, I have 2 propositions to you. There's 2
Lay it
videos.
on me.
We could potentially watch both of them if you'd like. So one of them is about feet, and the other one's about a video game.
What you're asking me if I want to watch a video about feet or a video game?
Yes.
Hey,
Let's do the feet. Let's do it.
Resident Gay. Which one am I going to regret the least?
But well, I'm sorry, feet and what? I only heard feet. That's all I was. What is it?
It's one's about a game, but this is something that. So I put the foot.
I hate feet. Let's do it. Let's
You wanna
fucking
do
do
it?
feet. I
It's
hate
pretty
feet.
freaking hilarious. Okay.
All right,
here
lay
we-
it on me. Let's do the feet thing.
Florida man struck woman with SUV after she refused to let him smell her feet.
Ah.
Police say. So
What's wrong with you?
We're gonna watch this.
Lay it on me.
I hope there's a reenactment.
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
Well, initially we had met up because I was going to sell him my sneakers.
She knew something didn't smell right.
Oh, fuck off.
Did you hear what the news report
Yes.
said? Something
Smell
didn't
right.
smell right.
Oh, come on. You have to do that. Genius.
Right when she met this guy, Almansi Sersel, at an Aventura hotel.
When I got there, he just wanted to sniff my feet, and I didn't feel comfortable with that.
I have to stop you there. What do you say when someone says, I want to sniff your feet?
No.
Cut. Cut.
No.
What?
They're holding on the fucking feet for 20 minutes. I was just telling them to please cut. Not you.
It was for the
So
chat who
fucking
has a
funny.
foot fetish.
I mean, you could have my sneakers all you want. I mean, I don't care. I'm not wearing them. And
She better be selling those sneakers for a lot more than what she paid for, because sneakers are expensive, Like, how much money is she selling those shoes for? And stop smelling people's shoes, men.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Weird.
Smell armpits
I had
like
a-
the right fetish. That's what you should do.
Well, when I was a kid, I had
Everything's
a
fine. Move
dog.
on. Everything's fine.
I had a dog that whenever I would come home, and I had really stinky feet as a kid, I'd take off my shoes, and my dog would just run for the shoes, shove his nose in there as far as he could, and just start rolling around, going. He loved it. It was like crack for him. That's
for the
not
sound
really
effects.
related to this story, other than I assume that this guy makes the same sort of noises when he shoves his face into the sneakers. Because I don't know how else you enjoy a sneaker.
And, you know, they're just stinky old sneakers. But people like weird things.
Then things got
Wait. Did you see the reporter's face?
Yeah.
That's all of us.
Oh my god.
Then things got downright scary. She says the suspect runs out of the room. She thinks with her sneakers.
I ran after him.
No.
And I met him down in the parking garage.
She says he ran her over with his car.
He did a three-point turn and actually hit me with a car, ran me over.
He ran you over.
He ran me over, and by the grace of God, I'm still standing today.
She shows us the injuries.
I've met a lot of people who have foot fetishes, obviously.
That was
A
it?
lot
That
of
tiny little
people?
graze? She's
Wait,
like,
why is that obvious? What? She's like, I've met a lot of people with foot fetishes, obviously. Why?
yeah,
why?
who tells you
Where
these
do you
things?
do that?
Where
do you meet these people?
Maybe she goes on OnlyFans and she's like, yeah, I've met all these people. They all have foot fetishes together.
I'm part of the foot fetish community.
The FFC.
And nobody has ever done anything to this caliber.
She says she's lucky to be.
To this caliber.
Are you right there, Phoenix? You look absolutely uncomfortable. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I'm enduring. Keep going. I'm fine. I just really hate feet.
Charged with aggravated battery, a second-degree felony.
In his arrest report, cops say after a review of the defendant's background, he's been the subject in other incidents involving the same modus operandi.
Ta-da!
Only in Florida, man.
Yeah, only in
Friggin' A.
Florida. I actually knew a friend. I have a friend who lives in Florida, and she was like kind of attacked by like this teenager who has a lot of mental issues, and he kept wanting to like sniff her feet and stuff, and she was holding like her little 1-year-old baby, and it was just freaking the fuck out. Yeah, it's nuts. People are insane. Yeah.
What
So-
in the tarnations?
So that is your foot fetish.
Well,
but
thanks for that. That was
welcome.
helpful.
You're welcome. Shall we watch the video game, that trailer thing that Craig wants?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Okay.
Probably
I
gonna be
haven't screened
terrible.
this, by the way. This is Craig's video.
Craig ruins everything.
So
Oh, Momo Crush, let's go.
Oh,
I'm so excited for this game. I have been waiting for this game for a while now.
What is
Right.
going on there?
So I've not screened this. This is the
This
only
is
thing
so
I've
fun.
seen. So I'm wondering, like, are you squishing
Rhythm
stuff with your butt?
You'll
anyway,
see.
Thigh rhythm action game Momo Crash set for release on September 19th, so just in a few weeks. Players purify souls by rhythmically clamping them with animated thigh warriors. Wow.
This is why you don't let kids on the internet ever.
Bingo.
Ever.
Thighs.
I'm so excited for this game.
Wait, is the penalty for losing getting pregnant? Like what is
No. Someone made that. Someone spent a great deal of their
Someone
time
had the
making
idea
that.
of doing that. The idea.
Genius, I'm telling you.
How do you feel, man?
Nope. So what country did that come from? Was that Japan?
I am
had to
going
be.
to guess.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we need to petition the president to now cut off Japan from the internet.
we're all internet
That's
is
it.
now
That's
cut.
it. My solution now for everything is we're cutting off every country from the internet that does something I don't like that. Out.
What?
They're out. No more Japan on the internet.
Oh, it's on Steam, is it? Let's see.
How can it possibly be on Steam? Isn't Steam not allowed to process credit card payments for stuff that are whatever?
Yeah, but this isn't it. This is fine in comparison.
How on earth would that be fine by
What? You're not
comparison?
showing
There was
any
literally
sign.
nothing redeemable
it's a
there.
It's a chick's legs. It's
Yeah,
it.
come on. I'm looking at images of it, and this time I even checked the videos, and there's no titties, vaginas, blowjobs, none of that stuff. It's just legs. Anyway, how much does it cost? Oh, okay. Let's see. Add to your wish list. I want to add to my wish list for shits and giggles. It doesn't say the
add that to
price.
your wish list. That way, the algorithm knows that's what you want.
Well, there's a demo out. You can play the demo right now, London.
Oh, well, thank heavens for that, man. I really want to be able to
there's a demo?
Yeah. You can download the demo. Look, Kay. Kay's
All
gonna
right,
go play
Blabs,
it
you're
in
doing
free
the
time.
timestamps on your own now. Bye.
Here it is. Casual indie. See, look at that. The images are okay. I previewed real fast. This is like what? You have legs. Come on, London. You can't be afraid of legs.
It's not a fear thing.
You have a phobia of legs.
I'm just telling you straight up that if we were previewing this to Fred Rogers right now, he would be real disappointed in everything that was happening. Mr. Rogers would say, "No, thank you, please."
Listen.
So I'm going with Mr. Rogers on this one. No.
Cut off the internet. That's what Mr. Rogers says.
Yeah, we should really do away with the internet. That's clearly. If this is what the internet was used for, we just need to go back to
It's
dial-up
literally
BBS.
just like Guitar Hero, but instead of a guitar, you're using your thighs.
When you put it that way, I think we're cool. Everything's fine.
Oh, well then, yeah, obviously that needed to.
It's the same shit. Instead of, physical guitar, you're just using your legs and smacking them around. Anyway, chat, let me know if you would use, or you would play this game, or you would use your legs to play a video game.
Like the person in the chat, they would definitely not be my neighbor.
Would. All right, let me hit up some supers real fast. Alba Rooster says, wait, what about the dub Samurai Champloo? I don't know anything about that. Game Hunter Sirius says, as a chaotic evil person with morals, the UK will be 28 years later if you shut down the internet. Lord of the Flies was the opening of the UK society falling apart. It will be a crusade against the UK Prime Minister.
Okay. That sounds like it'd be a great movie. So let's give it a go.
Mercenary says, Phoenix, you and Lemmy both have something in common. Oh yeah, they hate feet.
Ugh.
I bet you Phoenix actually has like an alt account where he's got like feet finders and he sells feet pictures.
That may or may not be true, and by may not be, it's 100% true. 1,000%.
Yep. And then Chaos says, how about we cut Ludwig from the internet?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Actually, that doesn't sound
Disagree.
terrible.
He's
You
like,
cut me
I'd
out
be
of the
free.
internet.
I'd be
Oh
free.
man, dial-up BBSing was sweet. Cut me out. I'll go straight back to analog. I'll find a way, man. That sounds okay.
Okay, and the last one. Bike Short Senpai says, I love anime thick legs, as you can tell from my profile picture. No, we
Based.
couldn't
Let's
tell
go.
whatsoever. Yeah, no idea. You're right there, Ludwig.
I'm okay. I'm
You
all
okay?
right. I'm hanging in
Wow.
there. I'm pulling through.
All right. Well, if we still have 1 more minute left, so do you want to hear something? I got another one for you. I found all these quick things. Actually, no, Kay found this. I want to give Kay the credit for this one because this was pretty fucking disgusting. And so now, obviously, naturally, we're talking about it. It has nothing to do with thick thighs or anything. This is about food.
Oh,
It has something to do with thighs still, let me tell you.
Yeah. KFC is actually releasing jelly beans that taste like fried chicken, corn, and gravy.
Huh.
Would you try that?
Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
yeah, I'll try and that's the the any flavor bean sort of thing. You try it at least once, right? And then you're like,
Birdie
oh, I
Butter
ate
jelly
one that was puke flavored, and then you're like, I never do that again because it was puke flavored. But
I am
fried
terrified.
chicken. All right.
I am so
Well-
terrified of these. I think of when you eat KFC and you taste like the grease as the aftertaste. I feel like that's what the fried chicken one might taste like. and
It's
I
gonna be
don't
so
wanna do
gross,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be nasty. Although I feel like
that's probably
they've done
gonna
a
be gross.
corn one before, so it's gonna be released in Easter 2026. If anyone's curious,
Corn could actually be kind of cool tasting. I mean, because corn's just kind of a sweet flavor anyway. So corn might be all right. The gravy one is the one that concerns me a little bit. I don't know if I want to chomp down on a gravy
Look
candy.
how ugly they are, though. The
Yeah,
color
that's
is-
not very appealing in the
No.
color.
no.
No, it is not. No.
Yes, this
you're
is.
right
They
about
actually
that.
have to label. Yes, this is real. So anyway, a quick hit for you, Lunduk. I thought you'd
Oh, I'll
really,
totally
really
buy a
love
bag
this.
of that just for the heck of it.
Just for collecting, be like, this one time KFC partnered with Jelly Belly, and look what we got.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you straight up, that right there is a bigger boon to society and culture than whatever that game thing was. I'm just going to say
What do you
flat
mean? You
out.
don't want to do like the can with your thighs?
No. But I want to remember the time that KFC tried to get me to eat a jelly bean tasting like gravy. Like that to me, that's culture. That's culture, baby.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's wrap this shit up. Ludwig, Lunduk, however the people want to call you, where can people find you?
Lunduk.com, L-U-N-D-U-K. It's a single page with one picture and a whole bunch of hyperlinks on it. So go href your heart out over there. I publish all over the place, so you can get them all my stuff there.
Yeah, his links are down below too, chat, if you're ever looking for them. And I just threw them in the chats. And Kay, where can people find you?
At Melee Games on YouTube, Rumble, and you can find us on Twitch and Kick as well. And there's always mayhem happening. I suffered an 876 dinosaur jelly gummy whatever things on Friday, and I'm still feeling like death. So if you want to witness stuff like that, come over.
All right. All right. And Phoenix, got anything fancy coming on?
No, we're just prepping for our next event, which I'm very excited for. There you go.
Fantastic. And as for me, nothing. Anyway, all right, that's it. Tomorrow we have Mally and a surprise guest. Well, she's not a surprise guest, but she's a new guest, so you have to find out tomorrow. Okay, people gonna try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys gotta go get it. We'll see you tomorrow when Craig's alive and returned. Okay, bye everybody. Fatality.